So you broke up with somebody and now you're feeling guilty. You're feeling a bit scared that you caused a bunch of bad karma, you really broke his heart, and maybe you're feeling like, did I do the right thing? Did he deserve it? Am I a bitch for doing that? Well, if you're asking, do you get bad karma for breaking somebody's heart? The black and white truth is yes, you do. The thing is, every single action we take causes karma. Whether you're breaking somebody's heart or whether you're helping somebody out, you're always creating positive or negative karma. You're burning karma or you're accumulating karma, kind of like debt. So if you're worried that you have bad karma for breaking somebody's heart, here's what you can do to get rid of that heaviness, that burden, that guilt, and that karma. The first and most effective way to get rid of this guilt feeling or the heaviness and the karma for breaking somebody's heart is by personally saying sorry. I know this is difficult, especially if you broke up with somebody and now you're going to contact them again and say, hey, I'm so sorry that happened. Maybe that person is still angry at you, maybe they're bitter, maybe they're just heartbroken, and being reminded of that is not going to help you. But this is really the best way to free yourself and the other person from this heaviness, this guilt, and this pain from the breakup. The first part of that is taking ownership of the role you played in the relationship. So is there certain things you did, like maybe you got too friendly with somebody else and it created feelings of dissatisfaction in you that ultimately led to you deciding to break up with your ex? Or were you not so understanding, not so patient? Whatever it is, you have to also look at yourself. So you broke up with somebody, of course they did whatever they did, they played their part, they did certain things wrong, but so did you. You just have to look at that, acknowledge it, and accept it. And then you have to forgive yourself. You have to forgive yourself by just saying, okay, yes, I did what I did, but at the time I had no other way to go about it. That's just how it was. That was the most natural thing. So forgive yourself and then work up the courage to say sorry to your ex. I created a whole guide about how to say sorry to an ex with like email scripts or like SMS scripts and like copy paste templates you can use. There, from my personal experience, what helped me, what worked for me to dissolve the bad feelings from breaking up with an ex. So I think they could help you. You can get them on my blog, thelifestar.com/resources. So go check that out. The next step is to say sorry in your heart. So if it's not an option to say sorry in person, for example, via a text message or a phone call or FaceTime, whatever, if that's just no longer an option, if the bridges are completely burnt with your ex, then the next best option is to say sorry in your heart. For this, you need to go into a meditative state. You just need to close your eyes, go inwards, visualize yourself with your ex, visualize yourself in front of your ex, and feel how they feel. This is the most important part. Put yourself in their shoes. Feel the pain they're feeling. Feel the confusion they might be feeling. Feel the heartbreak they might be feeling. And once you feel into that, once you can really empathize with your ex, then you will automatically know how to say sorry in your heart. Again, this is easier said than done. So the whole process of it, going into a meditative state, etc., I created a guided meditation for this, which is also in my resources area on my blog, so thelifestar.com/resources. You can check that out there. But if you've ever seen the movie Eat, Pray, Love, there's a scene there where Elizabeth Gilbert goes into this like meditation and has a moment with her ex where she's dancing with him and on her wedding day, like back in the past. And there she has a moment where she says to him, I'm sorry, I love you. And they really like on another plane have a connection moment. And he also says, in his energetic body, whatever, that he is sorry or he loves her or whatever. And after this experience, she came out and she felt free. She could let go of her old relationship and she could take a step forward, free herself, and create space for the next new relationship to come. This has also worked for me. True story. So when you go through a meditation, I'll just tell you my story. So like a long time ago, maybe 6-7 years ago, I did meditative, like quantum healing experience with a really good friend of mine, Michaela Bish. I'll link to her website below. And she did a session with me where I went into a really deep state and had an interaction with my ex where I really figured out what it was that caused me to hurt him the way I did. And I realized that it wasn't just me. He also played the part. A part of him needed certain painful experiences to learn whatever lessons he needed to learn in this life. And I happened to show up and just provide that experiences for him. Anyway, so after that meditative healing process that I went through, I could really be free from that relationship, let it go, and move ahead in my next relationship. So yeah, I highly, highly recommend this one. Say sorry in your heart. Finally, this is the easiest and the hardest thing to do. You have to stop thinking bad things about your ex. If you want to get rid of your karma, the bad karma you caused by breaking up, or this heavy guilt feeling on your shoulders, in your heart, then you have to stop thinking bad things about your ex. Like, for example, you have to stop thinking that their current partner is ugly or unsuccessful or not as good as you, whatever. And you have to stop thinking, oh, they must be in a worse place without me, or even having pity towards them. This is really difficult to do because, you know, when you think bad stuff about others, it's normally your own baggage that you're projecting. But that's a whole another video. But yeah, this is the hardest part. But once you nail it, it's also the easiest way to free yourself. How to do that? Again, I come back to it over and over again like a broken record. Meditation. I mean, that's the one thing that has really helped me to become aware of all the thoughts that I'm having, whether it's positive thoughts or negative thoughts towards somebody specifically. Like if I'm having just annoyed feelings about an ex or a current or an ex-friend or a current friend or a family member or my current partner, whatever. In meditation, or myself, you know, in meditation, you get a chance to just sit back and just see what's running through your mind, and you can see, okay, do I want these kind of thoughts in my mind? Do I want this kind of negativity towards somebody, specifically somebody from my past, like my ex, who, you know, there's a reason we came together. At one point we loved each other. So do I really want to be thinking these things? And then through that process, you can just choose, okay, no, I don't want to be negative anymore. I want to let go of that. I want to be free. If you found this video useful, please give it a thumbs up and comment below and subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. And if you subscribe, half of your karma will magically disappear. I'm just kidding. You still have to do the work, but please do subscribe. It really helps my channel, and I'll see you next time.